basic numerical skills. In the previous sessions, we have dealt with what is meant by basic numerical skills, why this subject came under our syllabus, and the various cases regarding basic numerical skills. Last class, we were discussing about theory of equation, different cases, types of equations, and even dealt with different cases. Let's continue with what are the various next cases comes under basic numerical skills. Last class we were discussing about how to identify an equation and how to frame an equation from the given known and unknown values. Here the case, two-thirds of case, here we will discuss two-thirds of a number increased by 5 equals 27. Find the number. We don't know what the number is, but it gives details regarding the number associated with various factors. Let's assume that unknown value be x. The question was that two-thirds of a number increased by 5 equals 27. We have to first of all identify what are the factors that are related with that exact variable or the unknown value. Here it is said that two-thirds of a number increased by 5. We already assumed that number be x. Then we can write it two-thirds, 2 by 3 of x increased by 5. Increased by 5 means plus 5 equal 27. Now we almost crashed from unknown raw data to somewhat like this. Now from this we can formulate an equation. Next, 2 by 3 of x equal 27 minus 5. We all know why we did like that, because the unknown values has to become in the left side of the equal sign and the known values has to become in the right side of equal sign. Next, 2 by 3 of x equal 22 and x equal to 6. And finally, x equal to 3. This is how we have to frame an equation and find out the value of unknown value. Usually we have to deal with questions like this in the application level questions. And we have to keenly go through the question, then what is stated in the question, what are the various features of the unknown value, and we have to go thoroughly through that areas. We will discuss another case. Find the demand when commodity is a free good. Okay, next case. A market demand curve is given by D equal to 50 minus 5P. Just a case demand curve with D. D means demand. Demand equal to 50 minus 5P. Find the maximum price. First question. Second one, find the demand when the commodity is a free good. Here nothing useful is given, I think. Anyway, let's go through it. The question was that the market demand curve is given by D equal to 50 minus 5P. Market demand. D means usually we dealt with demand like demand equal to 50 ton, 50 kg like that. Here it is given 50 minus 5P. Okay, let's go through it. Find the maximum price. Okay, first question was that find the maximum price. We have to find the maximum price, and the only data given in the question is D equal to 50 minus 5P. Now we have to think from the common logic point of view like that. What will be the maximum price? In the other sense that if a product is available in the market at a very high price, what will be the demand of that particular product? Just a common concept. The demand for that product will be 0. See, a market demand curve. A market demand curve is given by D equal to 50 minus 5P. Find the maximum price. Just go through it. D equal to 50 minus 5P. In that market maximum price, demand will be 0. That is D equal to 0. 50 minus 5P equal to 0. Because we have substituted that value in the equation D equal to 50 minus 5P. Thus, we will get P equal to 10 into 50 minus 5P. That is value 10. Next, if the commodity is a free, next second question, if the commodity is a free, find the commodity demand when the commodity is free. Commodity is free means the price is 0. That what's the sentence mean? The commodity is free, then the price will be 0. Then substitute the same in the equation d equal to 50 minus p. See, d equal to 50 minus p minus 5p, where p equal to 0, then d equal to 50. All these are application level questions, you have to go through it. Next one, simultaneous equations of first degree in two unknowns. We all know what is meant by first degree and two unknown cases. First one, solve 4x plus 2y equal to 6, 5x plus y equal to 6. These are two equations. 4x equal to 2 equal to 6, 4x plus y equal to 6. We have to find the value of x and y. I think we all know how to find x and y. Here just multiply 5x plus y equal to 6 with 2. You know why we multiply that with 2? Because so as to bring the value of the variables, any of the variables, to a similar number. Here the 5x plus y. If we multiply with y, it will become 2y. Because for solving a linear equation, we have to bring any variable or unknown value to a similar number. That's why we multiply with 2. Next, the situation is 4x plus 2y equal to 6. Next line, 2x plus 2y equal to 12. Because we have multiplied the 5x plus y equal to 6 with 2. That's why we got 10x plus 2y equal to 12. We did this because we have to solve the linear equations. We have to solve equation only by doing this. Next step, first level of equation is subtracted with second level. I didn't change the sign, just you have to understand. Here 10x means minus 10x because we are subtracting the first equation with second one. Minus 10x plus will be converted to minus equal to 12. Minus 12. Okay. Then we will get 6x because here 2y and 2y will be cancelled because one is plus and one is minus, and here 4x and 10x. 6x is equal to 6 where x equal to 1. We got one variable. Next we have to find the other variable. Just substitute the value of x in any one of the equation. You can use any equation depending upon your convenience. Here for the time being I am selected 4x plus 2y equal to 6. By substituting x equal to 1, that is 4e plus 2y equal to 6, then y equal to 1. Now we have got x and y. This is how we arrive at finding an unknown value of unknown variable from a given linear equation. The cases may be more than one when it comes to more than one variable, or more than two variables, more than three variables. In all these cases, we have to do like this. Since it is only two variables, x and y, we are using only one set of linear combination. If you are having more than one variable, like more than two variables, x, y, and z, we have to do more than two operations. Here we will do only one operation, subtracting one equation with the other. But when three variables come, we have to do more work. We will deal with such cases in the later sessions. Okay, here I have given 4 different cases. Just go through it and please try to find out the answers for these cases. Okay, we will deal with these cases in the next session. Okay, thank you.